Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. So, my distant cousin lives in a remote area in Vietnam. From a farming family, she doesn't have any book to read other than her textbooks. So when she was 13, I gave her a book about a frog that gets out of its pond to discover the world, and she loved it. So we stayed in touch, and recently she told me that she's going to apply to a well-known medical school. I was really surprised because for such a girl, medical school is a big dream. I believe that dreams come from what we read, watch, or hear. So by providing books to children who don't have access to these sources of inspiration, we can inspire them to dream and learn to achieve their dreams. So that's why we, a group of university students, inspired by books when we were young, established Wuci in December 2013. This is a team. I'm the team leader. The rest are in Vietnam. We are all passionate. We have experience in working with children, in marketing, public relations, and we have deep understanding of the local area. Our target beneficiaries are children aged 10 to 11 from disadvantaged schools in remote areas in Vietnam. We will start with Quảng Nam province first and expand to other provinces. This is An and Bình. Like many other Vietnamese students, especially those from ethnic groups, they don't read regularly because they don't have books at home, the school doesn't have a library, and their parents don't encourage reading. So what's the solution? We think that is access to books, motivation, and guidance. We will give one high quality and appropriate book to each child, approximately 100 books to the school library, and we encourage sharing of books between children. Holiday camps are organized twice a year for the same group of around 30 children. 2 volunteers will work with a small group of 5 to 6 children to act as a mentor, role model, and pen pals. Learning activities such as filtering waters can help show the children the value of active learning. After the camp, the volunteers will write letters regularly to the children and give them to the teachers so they can write back to us. To achieve the above solutions, we think that these are the 3 main stakeholders. To increase the number of volunteers who are university and high school students, we will use our Facebook page and presentations at school meetings. We will approach book publishers and primary schools in urban areas individually for donations, sponsorship, and books. For our strategic partners like Room to Read or other volunteering organizations, we will swap our special local skills to gain their abundant resources. Our key marketing principle is to gain trust through ensuring and showcasing the high quality of our work, and we're committed to no marketing overhead. So in 2014, we tested our model. We had 2-day camps with 60 children, gave over 300 books, and set up 2 mini libraries. At the end of the camp, we did a comprehensive survey, and this is just a glimpse of the results. From here, we can confirm that there is a social need for activating children's interest in books and that our solution worked well. This is the P&L for the last year. You can see that there's seed funding for future growth, and in future years, we expect similar income and expense structure. In the future, we don't plan for fast growth. In the next 3 years, we will focus on building a strong team and establishing relationships with our stakeholders. Then in the expansion stage, we will expand to other provinces in central Vietnam to gain publicity, and when the idea goes viral, we hope to see adaptations of the model in different regions in Vietnam. It costs only $7 to transform a child's life, just like my cousin was transformed. So please help us to achieve our goal of inspiring millions of children in Vietnam to learn more and dream more. Thank you.
So you did the camps in Vietnam?
Yes.
And how many people went across and were involved in it?
In the first camp, in each camp there are about 15 volunteers.
And how do you, in the next year, leverage the people who attended that camp, so the participants, to help them learn and teach next year?
We will use our existing relationships because those volunteers that are working with us are part of many other volunteering organizations, so we can get access to students with the same passion in social work. And because of our high quality work, then they will trust us and participate in our program.
And do the volunteers from Australia have to pay themselves to get to Vietnam as part of the
Currently, we only focus on volunteers in Vietnam, but to get volunteers from around the world, then we can partner with organizations like ISEC, which is a volunteering organization. So the volunteers from overseas can pay to come to Vietnam and participate.
So any questions? Because I can get going. You said part of your volunteers was targeting university students and high school students. Have you looked at targeting older people as well? Because sometimes a lot of older people have got more time to actually volunteer and actually get involved and get hands-on with some of this kind of stuff and are actually engaged.
Yeah, we thought about that, but we think university and high school students have better proximity to the children because they already grow up and they kind of success to get into high school. So they know what the children is thinking and can kind of show the children what's the world out there outside of your small village and that I have achieved it and you can.
I was just going to ask a quick question because the organisation is described as a social enterprise. It feels like you're dependent on donations and grants at the moment. I couldn't see the revenue model in there. And I was wondering, how do you plan for financial independence in the future?
We actually have an idea about building libraries in the urban areas by partnering with primary schools in the urban areas. So the students can pay us a small admin fee that will go to operating expense, and the primary school students in the urban area can donate their books. So it's kind of a one-on-one relationship between a school in the urban area and one in rural area.
Thank you so much.